It did not take long for conditions to deteriorate here whatsoever. Whenever I checked back in with you earlier, things had not changed much from then to now. Still sleeting, still some heavy wind gusts. Just over my shoulder here, you can see some very tall trees in the distance from my vantage point. You can see the light glistening off of them, just showing off just how much ice has really accumulated on these trees. Over this shoulder, that road you see, that's Lawrenceburg Road. Now that's the main road that'll take you over to I-64, which I can see just over that hill there. I'm seeing a car go over it maybe every other minute or so. About a third of those have been emergency vehicles. Now for most of the day here, all we got was rain, some freezing rain. Things really didn't start changing over till about 8 o'clock this evening, and man, it got slick fast. Within the span of about 30 minutes, you could noticeably see ice start building up on the ground, on trees, on cars. Like I said before, it is still sleeting here, so it is possible that conditions may get worse as we continue into the overnight hours. So again, please use a lot of caution heading into tomorrow. It is cold out, so if you do lose power, of course, try and stay as warm as possible. I've been out here for less than an hour. I'm wearing gloves, and I could still not even feel my hands at this point. I'm going to bundle up, get back inside to get warm, send things back over to you. Live in Frankfort, Bodie Brooks, Fox 56 News.
You've earned that right, Bodie. Go right ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, guys. Right now, it's just a bit of snowfall. If you take a look at the ground below me, you can see where some of the sleet, the ice sort of all mixed together, while the roads not quite the, frozen tundra where you see, the light just glistening off of it. But it doesn't change the fact that conditions here are a bit dangerous. I did check in with Frankfort's EMA director this morning. He says roads are slick, dangerous, but are not quite as bad as they were expecting. But it doesn't change the fact that it's still pretty cold out here. We still have had a lot of ice accumulate as well. I'm just going to show you some of the plant life here over to my right. You can see sort of the ice that's accumulated over all of the individual but not branches of a shrub, but you know what I'm talking about here. Also the tree here behind me, all of the branches sort of encased in this glistening ice. Lawrenceburg Road is over here to my right. That's one of the main roads that runs here through Frankfort, all the way over to I-64. Not hearing a lot of traffic on it right now. It's still pretty early, so we've only seen a handful of folks really out and about. Only one person just earlier scraping off their car, and we just had a police car pass us as well. So it's not impossible to drive on these roads, but still take it very easy. Be very careful. No outages here to report of as well. That's the latest here in Frankfort. Going to send things back over to you. Yeah, that's right, guys. Here in Frankfort, it's been really a mixed bag ever since this event started last night. Whenever I was here watching conditions last night, we really got a lot of rain yesterday. Around 8:30 yesterday evening is whenever you really started to see things transition into that ice, into that sleet. This morning, we saw a little bit of sleet. Now, most of what's falling is snowfall. You can see behind me, this is Lawrenceburg Road, one of the main roads here in Frankfort that connects right over to I-64, one of the main interstates connecting between Lexington and Louisville. We've seen a fair bit of traffic here this morning. Thankfully, here in Frankfort, EMA director tells me no outages to report and no major accidents as well. So certainly good news here, but that doesn't mean that can't change as the day progresses. So, of course, if you are going to be out and about, be sure to use a lot of caution. A lot of places closed today, so not a lot of reasons to get out unless you absolutely must. But that's looking conditions here in Frankfort. Going to send things back over to you. Yeah, guys, certainly within the last hour, the snow here has really picked up, and it's appearing to be a lot thicker. You can take a look at the roads here behind me. You can also see where the snow is also really starting to stick to the roads themselves, so the conditions are becoming a lot more hazardous. Slick and hazardous are the specific words that Frankfort's EMA director said to me when I just checked in with him on current conditions. Now, also in state government news today, just a reminder that the legislature has adjusted their schedule, so they will not be convening today. Also, Governor Beshear has closed all state offices today. So for the most part, any of the governmental business happening in Frankfort is not really going to be taking place today. Governor Beshear has said that he will likely be having an update a little bit later on, either late morning, early afternoon, to give an update on conditions. But right now here in Frankfort, conditions slowly starting to get a little bit more slick and hazardous, so use a lot of caution if you're going to be out on the roads. Live in Frankfort, Bodie Brooks, Fox 56 News.